A sequence of figures is made up of stars using dots and sticks of different lengths. The first three figures in the sequence are shown below. Study the pattern of the numbers in each row of the table. Each row relates to the figure in the sequence above. Some rows have not been included in the table. So let's look at what it says. The number of sticks is 12 when in figure 1. Number of dots is 13. Then they give us here and here and here and here. Clearly what we're seeing is that the number of dots is equal to the number of sticks plus 1. Clearly, number of dots is equal to the number of sticks plus 1. How are we going to find the number of sticks? Now look at this. 12 times 1, it was 12. 12 times 2, it was 24. 12 times 3, give us 36. 12 times 4, give us 48. So 5. Clearly, this is going to be 60. Let's just complete the table. All right. So this is going to be 60. Clearly, it's going to be 60. This is going to be 61. Now, continuing down here, part 2, which number when you times it by 12, you get 156. So it's 156 divided by 12, that's 13. So this is when it is 13. So the number that's going to go here is 157. All right. Now, how did I determine this formula? The number of sticks is equal to 12n. Number of sticks is equal to 12n. All right. So look at it now. When n equal 1, 12 times 1, that's 12. When n equal 2, 12 times 2, 24. When n equal 3, 12 times 3, 36. When n equal 4, 12 times 4 gives 48. When n equal 5, 12 times 5 gives 60. So that's the formula to finding the number of sticks. The number of dots now is 12n plus 1. All right. Or some people might say the number of sticks plus 1. So s plus 1. So 12n plus 1 gives you the number of dots. That question done already. So easy. Look at that. 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. Nice. Let's see what else they ask us. They said now, the sum of n, the sum of the number of dots in 2 consecutive figures are recorded. This information for the first 3 pairs of consecutive figures are shown. So we're adding the number of dots for figure 1 and figure 2 to get 38. The number of dots for figure 2 and figure 3 to get 62. The number of dots for figure 3 and figure 4 to get 86. It says find the number of dots for figure 7 and figure 8. Now, when n is 7, the number of dots is 12n plus 1. So let's do that for figure 7. For figure 7, the number of dots for figure 7, the number of dots is 12n plus 1, but in this case, n is 7, so it's 12. Oh, number of what? Number of dots. All right, number of dots. I like to let them know what I'm writing out. Number of dots. The number of dots is going to be equal to 12 times 7, 12 times 7 plus 1. That's the number of dots for figure 7. All right, so you work that out, and what are you getting? 12 times 7, I want to think that's 84. Yes, 84 plus 1, which is 85. Then you need to know what is the number of dots for figure 8. So let's look at figure 8 now. The number of dots for figure 8 is, all we're going to do is in this formula, we're going to change n as 7 to n being 8. So the number of dots is now going to be equal to we're going to change n to 8. So changing n to 8, that is 12 times 8. 12 times 8 plus 1. And that is equal to, now 8, right here, 8. 8 times 12. 8 times 12 is 8 times 12. 8 times 12. Let me check that in my calculator. That's 96 plus 1, that's 97. And so now all you have to do is add those two together now. So the number of dots for the two is equal to 85 plus 97. When I add them, 85 plus 97, that's 182. Now let's look at the next part of this question now. The next part of this question says figure n and figure n plus 1. Now figure n is going to have 12n plus 1 dots plus figure n plus 1 is going to have 12. You replace n with n plus 1 plus 1. And that is equal to 12n. That is equal to 12n plus 1 plus, this is now 12 times n, which is 12n, plus 12 times 1, which is 12, plus 1. And so the number of dots in total is equal to 12n plus 12n is 24n. That's 24n. Plus 1 plus 12 is 13. 13 plus 1 is 14. All right. So that's 24n plus 14. That will be the sum of the number of dots of figure n and figure n plus 1. Easy, soft, nice and easy. Okay, that's the number of dots between figure n and figure n plus 1. And this takes care of this statistics question, which was so easy.